Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl once again, Lizzie. Today I'm going to show you all how to tie a full fan gele. If this is your first time of watching me, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share, and also comment in the comment section if this video helps you in any way. So the first thing I'm going to do is to fold the edges of the gele because I don't want it to be rough at the front. So I'm just going to fold the edges of the gele like this and then start making pleats. The rule for this gele tutorial today is 80-20. So one hand of the gele has to really be longer than the other hand of the gele. So at this point, I'm just going to make few pleats, and this right here is the base gele. So I'm just going to make few pleats before going over to the front of her head. So while making your pleats, make sure that the gap in between is not too small and not too big. So the space in between should just be moderate. So I'm going to trace the pleats down towards her neck area on the left hand side of her face and also on the right hand side of her face. Once you're done tracing your pleats, place the shorter part of the gele, which is the 20 part of the gele, on top the longer part of the gele. I hope you guys can see that right now. So the longer part of the gele stays under, while the shorter part of the gele stays on top the longer part of the gele. It is very important that you trace your pleats on the left hand side of your face and also on the right hand side of your face, because it makes your work easier. When you do this, you discover that when you bring the gele to the front, the pleats will be properly aligned, so you don't really need to go through the stress of making pleats from the scratch again. So I'm just going to place the longer part of the gele on top the base gele like this, which is the 80 part of the gele. I'll place that on the two last pleats of the base gele. So at this point, I'm just going to start making round pleats, but I'm not going to make round pleats to the end of the gele. I'm just going to make few round pleats and then start making the fan pleats. While making round pleats, make sure that you are making these pleats on top each other. They actually come out more beautiful that way, so place them on top each other. And while making round pleats, also make sure that you are making these pleats from your neck area to the middle of your head. And then once you're done with that, you can then trace those pleats from the middle of your head towards the other side of your face. So like I said before, the space in between every pleat should be the same. They should not be too big and not be too small. I wasn't really counting though, but I think at this point I have made about 6 to 7 round pleats. So the number of pleats you make depends on how big or how small your gele is. So I'm going to start making fan pleats at this point. So instead of making these fan pleats with the length of the gele, I am going to work with the width of the gele. I'm just going to work with the width of the gele instead of the length of the gele. So I'm going to be making my pleats like this, the way my hand is going in the video. Is the way my hand is showing in the video. I'm just going to be making my pleats like that. So instead of using the length of the gele, I'll work with the width of the gele like this. So I'm going to make these fan pleats from one side of her face towards the other side of her face. So I'm just going to pick these pleats from the left hand side of her face and make it fall on the right hand side of her face. I hope that is understood. So while I make the pleats, I'll just be tracing the other pleats I've made down towards the other side of her face, which is the left hand side of her face. So while we proceed in this video, you are definitely going to understand what I am doing. Do not forget to trace your pleats. It always brings out the beauty of the gele. So if you are going to start with 10 pleats, make sure that you end with 10 pleats on the other side of her face. If you are going to start with 15 pleats, make sure that you end with 15 pleats on the other side of her face, and so on and so forth. In order for me to get that curve at the edge of the gele, this is the edge of the gele. In order for me to get that round curve, while I make the pleats, I'll be reducing the length of the pleats at every point. So the last pleat that I have worked on has to be longer than the next pleat, and that too has to be longer than the next pleat, just like that, so that it gives me that curve at the edge of the gele. So I'm done making my pleats at this point. I'm just going to pin that so that everything stays in place and so that it doesn't unravel. So for the back of the gele, I'm just going to show you guys how I knotted the back of the gele. So I'm going to take the 20 part of the gele to the back of her head and then just ask my model to hold that part where I pinned. So for the 20 part of the gele, I'm just going to place my hand like this. This is how I'm going to hold it. Then the 80 part of the gele, I'm going to hold it like this and then knot. So you can knot 2 to 3 times. It depends on how you feel about the gele. If it's properly secured, you can knot it like 2 times, but if you're not sure, you can knot it 3 times. But I'm just going to knot mine 2 times because I was already comfortable with what I had. Right now, I'm just going to go over to the front and arrange the pleats properly.
Once you're comfortable with what you've done, once you're done arranging your pleats, do not forget to pull the gele a little bit away from her forehead so that her baby hairs can show. That way, the beauty of the gele comes out better. Now, once you're done doing that, you can either open the back of the gele or close it, but for me today, I'm going to close the back of the gele, and this is how I'm going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it has been helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and also comment in the comment section. If you've not turned on your notification buttons, please do that so that each time I post, you'll be the first to know. Thank you all for supporting me, for all those who have been watching my videos, for all those who have always come back to watch my videos. I love you guys so much. Thank you all for watching this video. See you all in my next video. Bye bye.